How do you, without raising your voice, without threats, without uttering a single word, make your enemies fear you? Real power isn't loud. It's a silent force causing others to hesitate, doubt, and dread what they cannot foresee. It's like facing a wild predator. It doesn't snarl, doesn't lunge, just watches, calm, silent, calculated, and that quiet alone terrifies more than any roar ever could. Or picture a chess grandmaster gazing at the board, his opponent perspiring, mind scrambling, attempting to guess his next move, but finding nothing. That's the strength of being unreadable. When people can't discern your thoughts, they fear what you might do next. In this video, we'll explore 7 silent strategies drawn from Stoic philosophy to forge an unshakable presence. Master these, and your foes won't merely respect you. They'll dread what you might do next. Let's dive in. Number 1, master your emotions. Let's discuss one of the mightiest ways to seize control and instill fear in your enemies: mastering your emotions. It might seem simple, yet in truth, it's among the toughest feats to achieve. When someone presses your buttons, when they aim to burrow under your skin, reacting, whether with anger, frustration, or defensive actions, feels instinctive. But here's the catch: displaying anger or frustration exposes vulnerability. When emotions dictate your actions, you hand your enemy the ability to rattle you. They triumph the instant they witness your composure crumble. True strength, true power, resides in staying calm and collected, no matter what they hurl your way. Nothing unnerves an adversary more than someone they can't agitate. When they try to provoke you and you stand there, unmoved, it compels them to doubt themselves. They're unsure how to deal with someone not emotionally erratic, someone not easily swayed. Your emotional mastery becomes your weapon, your tranquility the thing they fear most. This is where Stoic wisdom enters. Marcus Aurelius declared, "The closer a man comes to a calm mind, the nearer he is to strength." Reflect on that for a moment. Strength doesn't stem from shouting, lashing out, or retaliating. It arises from remaining steady under pressure, rising above the surrounding turmoil. Your capacity to preserve inner peace amid provocation is the supreme power. Let me tell you a story. A man I know, call him Thomas, once worked alongside someone who relentlessly tried to provoke him. They'd belittle him, toss snide remarks, or lure him into disputes. Initially, Thomas would respond, defending himself or approving his stance, but he soon grasped something. Each reaction gave his rival the advantage. So Thomas resolved to stop engaging. The next time this person baited him, Thomas didn't waver. He didn't retort. He just remained calm, composed, and detached. The outcome? The instigator, once eager to unsettle him, grew frustrated, unable to shake him. And the best part? Over time, this person ceased trying to provoke Thomas entirely. They couldn't elicit the response they craved, and it left them uneasy. So how do you harness your emotions? First, identify your triggers. Recognize what stirs you and why. Once aware, you can consciously choose not to react. Second, in tense moments, practice deep breathing or mindfulness. Concentrate on staying calm. This prevents losing control when emotions peak. And finally, realize emotional restraint is strength, not weakness. When you refuse to let feelings steer your actions, you hold the upper hand. Ultimately, true strength isn't about how loud or angry you can get. True power lies in self-mastery. When you stay calm and composed, nothing and no one can reach you. In a noisy, chaotic world, your serenity will render you unstoppable. Number 2, maintain an unshakable presence. Let's explore the potency of upholding an unshakable presence. There exists a confidence that demands attention and respect, yet it's not the brash, loud kind craving validation. It's a quiet, formidable confidence, needing no words to resonate. When you enter a room with such presence, people sense it. They don't need your voice. They know you command respect. This presence stems from self-assurance, free of arrogance. Here's the reality. Confidence minus arrogance intimidates. When you understand your worth and what you offer, you don't need to prove it endlessly to others. You simply exist. Your energy, posture, movements, they radiate strength, calm, and intent. How you carry yourself reveals you're unafraid to claim your space in this world. Standing tall, moving with purpose, occupying your place without hesitation, people notice. They begin respecting you, not because you insist, but because they feel you don't need to request it. Your presence alone suffices. Here's where Stoic wisdom steps in. Lao Tzu stated, "Silence is a wellspring of great strength." Ponder that for a second. At times, it's not what you say or do, but the quiet assurance in your presence that speaks volumes. Silence isn't weakness, it's control. It shows you're so certain of yourself and your purpose that you don't need to clutter the space with excess words or deeds. The composed, calm person who commands a room without raising their voice draws everyone in. That's the genuine power of an unshakable presence. Let me recount a story. A guy I know, call him Ethan, was always reserved in social settings. He wasn't the loudest, nor did he chase attention, yet something about him stood out. His manner of carrying himself earned instant respect. His posture stayed upright, movements intentional, presence never forced. People naturally hushed when he joined a discussion, not because he spoke, but because his confidence was palpable. Ethan didn't need to shout to be heard. He simply occupied the space with steadfast confidence, and that sufficed. So how do you sustain an unshakable presence? First, stand tall. How you're perceived hinges greatly on posture. Hold yourself with purpose, shoulders back, head high. Avoid slouching. Second, move deliberately. Let every action carry intent. Moving with purpose signals you command your surroundings. And finally, embrace silence. Let your presence speak. When you stop striving to impress and simply exist, people take note. Ultimately, true strength doesn't come from words or power displays. It flows from quiet confidence others can't overlook. When entering a room, let your unshakable presence say it all. Stand tall, own your space, and see how the world respects you without a word from you. Number 3, let your actions speak. Let's address something often ignored. Letting your actions voice who you are. In a world brimming with words and hollow promises, it's tempting to dwell on what you'll do or plan to accomplish. Everyone boasts grand ideas and lofty goals, but here's the truth. Words hold little value. What counts is what you do, not say. Your strength, worth, and character shine through your actions, not your assertions. The finest way to reveal yourself is by steadily embodying your values, not discussing them. Focusing on action eliminates the need to justify yourself. Your discipline, resilience, and quest for excellence become the room's loudest presence. Actions require no validation. They prove themselves. When your efforts stay consistent, when you show strength through perseverance and focus, the world takes notice. They see results, not excuses or pledges. And the best part? Your actions outshout words ever could. People respect you, not for what you've claimed, but for what you've achieved. This is where Stoic wisdom emerges. The Stoics valued action over speech. They knew true character forms through steady discipline and resilience. The more you show up and perform, the more others perceive your real value. Words can be twisted, manipulated, forgotten, but actions stand as undeniable evidence of who you are. Let me share a tale. A man I know, call him Jack, constantly spoke of his dreams. He'd tell everyone his goals, sketching his future triumphs. Yet for months, he took no steps toward them. Then one day, he saw it. No one took him seriously. His words bored people. They weren't swayed by his talk. So Jack decided he'd cease discussing what he'd do and start acting. Bit by bit, he worked. He showed up daily, proved his commitment with consistency. And guess what? People noticed. His actions rang louder than his words ever did, and success followed. So how do you let actions speak? First, prioritize consistency. Steady effort toward the right path always yields progress, however small the steps. Second, Chase excellence. Don't settle for the minimum. Strive to excel in all you do, and your outcomes will show it. And third, cultivate resilience. Life tosses hurdles, but enduring and pushing on highlights your strength. Ultimately, what you do outweighs what you say. Your actions forever prove your strength, discipline, character. So quit talking about what you'll do, demonstrate it, and let your actions proclaim themselves. If this struck a chord, hit like and subscribe for more potent insights. Number 4, never overreact to insults. Let's examine one of the strongest tools for managing emotions and preserving dignity: never overreacting to insults. It's simple to turn defensive when insulted. The instinct is to protect yourself, strike back, prove their words false or unjust. But here's the reality. Reacting emotionally empowers your foe. Each time you respond with anger or frustration, you surrender your peace, letting them steer your feelings. They learn your weak points because you've exposed them. But here's the trick. Indifference wields immense power as a response. When you refuse to overreact, when you display no emotional reply to their jab, you reclaim control. Your indifference prompts them to question their relevance. They wonder why their words don't faze you, why they can't spark a reaction. And in that instant, you've prevailed. You've stripped their sway over your emotions, leaving them powerless. The calmer you remain, the more you signal their opinion holds no weight. The best part? It vexes them. They can't get the outburst they sought. Here's where Stoic wisdom shines. The Stoics taught that we control our emotional state, not others' actions. Epictetus, for instance, held that others' opinions and deeds lie beyond our grasp, and emotional reactions only disrupt our calm. What matters isn't what happens to you, but how you respond, he said. Mastering your reactions keeps your peace intact, elevating you above the fray. Let me narrate a story. A woman I know, call her Linda, faced constant jabs from a work colleague. This person tossed sarcastic quips, undercut her in meetings, even gossiped behind her back. At first, Linda reacted emotionally, defending herself, explaining, but each time it worsened things. Her colleague grew bolder, the taunts persisted. Then Linda realized every reaction gave this person sway over her feelings. So she shifted tactics. Next insult, Linda stayed calm, indifferent. She didn't respond, didn't defend. And guess what? Her colleague stopped. The dynamic flipped. Linda's calm left the other questioning their moves. So how do you dodge overreacting to insults? First, practice self-awareness. When insulted, pause, breathe, assess. Don't leap to reply. Second, rein in your emotional response. Letting someone trigger you hands them control. And finally, adopt indifference. Not every slight demands a comeback. Sometimes silence outshouts words. Ultimately, the greatest power is staying untouched by insults. Don't let others' words rule your emotions. Reply with indifference and see how fast their influence fades. Number 5, control what they know about you. Let's delve into one of the shrewdest ways to shield yourself and retain life's reins: controlling what others know about you. In a world where people constantly watch, analyze, and probe, it's easy to reveal more than wise, be it weaknesses, goals, or insecurities. The more predictable you become, the simpler it is for others to manipulate or undermine you. The key lies in keeping an air of mystery, managing the info others access. When they can't foresee your next step, they lose their grip on you. Here's the fact. Less predictability makes it tougher for others to sway or sabotage you. If they know your reactions, triggers, or desires, they can exploit that. But by controlling what they know, you hinder anyone from turning your vulnerabilities against you. This isn't about deceit or falsehood. It's about not bearing all to everyone. Holding some things back safeguards your peace, ensuring no one can nudge you into unwanted choices. Here's where Stoic wisdom fits. Sun Tzu advised, seem weak when strong, and strong when weak. Consider that a moment. Real strength lies in managing what you disclose. Constant openness shows others where to strike. But withholding thoughts, plans, weaknesses makes it harder for them to gain leverage. Unpredictability challenges anyone aiming to exploit you. Let me tell a story. A guy I know, call him Chris, always shared openly with coworkers about his life, goals, struggles. He thought transparency built trust, but soon saw it left him exposed. Colleagues used his info subtly against him, mention a project struggle, and they'd question his skills or pile on pressure. Chris saw that oversharing let others undermine him. So he adjusted. He stopped spilling everything, kept struggles and weaknesses private. The result? Respect grew. They couldn't predict his moves or reactions, couldn't weaponize his flaws anymore. So how do you manage what others know? First, watch what you share. Not everyone needs your deepest thoughts or fears. Second, welcome mystery. Greater unpredictability means less ammo for others to use. And finally, wield strength wisely. Show it when needed. Feign vulnerability to keep control. Ultimately, the less they know, the more power you wield. Guard your inner world. Hold some things close, and watch how hard it gets for anyone to manipulate or undercut you. Shape your narrative. Stay unpredictable. True strength thrives in mystery. If you watched this far, drop a thank God in the comments and like if you enjoyed. Your support fuels me to craft more videos. I hope they inspire you and we keep learning together. Thanks for sticking around. Number 6, make power moves in silence. Let's tackle one of the craftiest ways to shield your success. Making power moves quietly. In a world where people rush to broadcast plans, goals, and next steps, there's immense power in keeping ambitions private. Sharing your moves opens doors for others to meddle, critique, or sabotage. But working silently lets actions outshine words. Your results, your true proof. Here's the reality. Revealing your next step lets others block you. Talking about what you'll do invites opinions, judgments, distractions. People might advise, doubt, or obstruct, wittingly or not. Keeping ambitions close strips their influence over your path. You become a force hard to halt since no one knows your play until results shine. Less noise means more progress, free of disruption. Here's Stoic wisdom at play. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, live it." Put differently, your actions should prove who you are, what you stand for. No need to justify your path, let results talk. Embodying your vision through action cuts the need to speak. People see your dedication, discipline, resilience in your strides. When results show, they'll grasp your capability, your essence. Let me share a tale. A woman I know, call her Emma, loved announcing goals, detailing plans to friends and colleagues. Sharing her vision thrilled her at first, but she soon noticed more talk brought more hurdles. Doubts, unsolicited tips, questioned choices arose. Her confidence waned under others' views. So Emma pivoted. She quit proclaiming steps, kept goals private, focused solely on work. Her actions spoke. When she hit her targets, no one could dispute the success she'd silently forged. So how do you move powerfully in silence? First, keep plans close. Announcing steps courts distractions. Let outcomes shout. Second, stay focused. Quit discussing what you'll do, hone in on doing it. And finally, let results prove you. People will see your progress, dedication, success without a word from you. Ultimately, true power stems from deeds, not words. Making silent power moves, letting results speak, shows your strength without explanation. Keep ambitions private and watch your success roar loudest. Number 7, be unapologetically yourself. Let's cover one of the freest acts you can claim, being unapologetically you. In a world where people strive to fit in, blend, seek others' nods, there's vast power in standing firm, embracing your true self. When you stop chasing validation, stop faking to fit, you earn respect and awe others can't fathom. People fear those unshackled by approval. Here's the truth. Ceasing to conform makes you untouchable. Embracing authenticity, ignoring others' opinions, shifts the power. You no longer aim to please or impress, and that alone sets you apart. Those who matter will value your uniqueness. Those who don't will fade. Either way, you triumph. Being unapologetically you stops others from defining you. You define yourself. and there lies true strength. Here's Stoic wisdom again. The Stoics urged embracing your nature, acting virtuously despite others' views. They saw seeking approval as a trap blocking peace and freedom. Dropping conformity frees you from others' sway. You align with your values, forging unshakable inner liberty. Let me tell a story. A man I know, call him Jake, always tried fitting in. He'd tweak his ways to match others, laugh at unfunny jests, downplay wins to blend. Over time, Jake felt drained, lost. Constantly chasing approval, he lost himself. So he chose. He'd stop pretending. He spoke his mind, stood for his beliefs, cared not if others agreed. Once he quit seeking nods, something amazing hit. Respect grew. People admired his authenticity, confidence, resolve. Best part? Jake shed the mask. He didn't need it to feel accepted. So how do you become unapologetically you? First, ditch seeking validation. No one's approval defines you. Second, embrace your uniqueness. Your differences are your might. Let them glow. And finally, live by your standards, not others. Living authentically reflects your true self. Nothing holds you back. Ultimately, quitting conformity frees you from others' limits. Be unapologetically you. Become untouchable, not to impress, but to wield your own power. Own yourself, and watch the world respect you for it.